What's the debate here?
Whether Lily can play guitar.
This is Lily Brown
This
from
is
Sacramento town.
the music
Yes.
podcast with Cole and Jasper.
We also have another awesome guy who's pretty fly. What's your name, guy?
Hi, I'm Ben. Really happy to be here.
Can I say your
Yeah.
is it like dead naming you
Is
or
it
is that?
going?
No, say whatever you
Fine.
want.
So Ben's another name for Ben is Navid.
I mean, if it's dead naming him, then you do it all the time, which is pretty rude.
No, we respect everyone on this podcast.
No, I feel a lot of respect right now.
I feel like so explosively respectful.
Respectful or respected?
Respectful. I'm
This is-
so full of respect that I might explode.
This is probably the second most diverse episode after the last one with everyone out here, because we have a girl and a Persian person.
We
And
usually
a
have your
Jew.
sister, so
I'm a Jew.
Yeah, and two Jews actually. Yeah, I forgot.
Who's a Jew? You're a Jew, Cole?
I am Jew.
Cole, you were bar mitzvahed, right?
I was not bar mitzvahed.
Oh,
Really?
you're not a Jew?
Really, you weren't?
I guess I'm not a Jew.
No. I don't
Are
care.
both
I
of your
don't
parents
I thought
Jewish?
you had one at
Neither of my
UCLA.
parents. Oh, no, I rapped to fill in once.
Wait, neither of your parents are Jewish?
I mean, they're both. So Jewish is an ethnicity and a religion.
Yeah, I mean the ethnicity,
Yeah, they're both Jewish.
but they don't practice.
Yeah.
Which is why you didn't have a bar mitzvah.
Exactly.
But you got bar mitzvahed in Klezmer, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's fine.
That's pretty
Let's talk
special.
about the oldest music ever, which is old time music.
That's questionable.
What is?
If it's the oldest music, there was music before old time. No offense to any of you.
What would they have called it?
It's like, whatever the music is.
I feel like if it was older, they would have called it old time.
I don't know enough to debate you on that one. So. You are the podcast
So
lead.
let's do a little. Why don't we do it? We're on the 6th episode, so
A little recap.
yeah. So let's do a history of music for people that don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, music is.
Music is spelled with all different letters. None of them repeat.
It's true.
And the most important thing
But wait,
about playing music.
what about in other languages?
The most important thing about playing music is to never repeat anything.
That's right.
That's why every song you'll hear will be like,
That's where the saying repetition illegitimizes comes from.
that's why if you hear songs like, you go, hey, let's listen to
Yeah.
something better.
That's why the same letter in any song is never repeated.
That's why you can only use words that no one's ever used before. Because it was easier back in 8000 BC. No one had ever used words before, so you could use any words you wanted in music, and you could
true.
make any sounds you want. Use a rock, or you could use a stick,
Or a stick.
or your voice.
Or your
But
body.
once someone
string.
did it once, it could never happen again.
It's true. Which is why instruments these days are so complicated. We have this thing, this weird string instrument.
Yeah.
Describe to the listeners what you're holding.
all right.
It's really interesting.
It's big and black. And it's got a long.
Who does it belong
Neck.
to?
What?
Who does it belong to?
Me.
You have a big black thing with your neck.
It's got a long. It's a
Shaft.
guitar. It's got a long. I don't feel like shaft is the right word for it.
Yes, that.
Call it shit.
Okay, it's big and black with a long shaft, and
It's cool because mine is about the same size as yours, big, but this one's brown. It has a brown.
it's lighter. It's much lighter.
That's what you think. Actually, it is, yeah. And that's not a detriment.
It's got gold knobs.
This might just be my opinion, but I think with an instrument, it's more like what you do with it than how big it is.
Well, of course, I feel like because a lot of people that are listening won't even know what color it is.
Yeah, unless we told them, which we did. What's music in Farsi, Navid?
I'll hang.
Ohang?
How do you pronounce it?
Just
How do you
ahang.
spell it?
It's different letters. It's not English.
But you
letters.
can't repeat letters even in that language.
No, there's
no
actually.
repeated letters.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Ohang,
I'll hang.
no repeated sounds. Just like music. Wonder if anyone's ever had a song with music in the lyrics of the song. Probably not. Because otherwise, that's kind of like, it's like kind of counterintuitive.
Song with no lyrics?
A song that doesn't have music.
So-
the word
Oh,
music in
just
lyrics. They probably no songs do.
because then no one would know what it is. Huh?
Yeah.
So speaking of the history of music, I feel like no history is complete without starting from the beginning. With the first song that you ever learned. So Lily, what was the first song that you ever learned?
In old time?
in
life.
in music? Because
Ever.
that's the first song that was written,
Oh,
from your point of view.
It's true.
probably something from the Suzuki books.
So Suzuki,
Suzuki.
the
Classical
ultimate,
So
violin
Japanese
books.
music.
the ultimate
Oh.
master, the ninja master, Suzuki, samurai master, was So they. This is something I learned from an awesome video, which is that the Japanese samurai actually means fighting swordsman.
Is that what it actually means?
That's what the video said. So yeah, and they would not only fight with swords, but they would fight with poems, poetry, with their words, wordplay.
I
That's
bet
where
they
rapping
were-
comes from. The samurai.
Samurai.
From the samurai,
Yeah.
really.
That's why the first rappers from like the 70s and 80s,
We're
they
Asian.
were all,
We're all
they were,
Japanese.
well, they were black.
Oh, yeah, that's what
They
I
were
thought.
actually black.
Uh-huh.
But if you look at the data of human history, if you look at the generational lines, if a black American in the Bronx has probably 30 to 40% blood from the Japanese islands.
Is that a lot by human standards?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot
Because
of
I
blood.
know that we're like 98% genetically equivalent to a potato
Really?
or something. You know
yeah,
how they
no,
say
that's
that.
true. No,
Well,
it's
who's-
true.
Well, so
But that's genetics. This is blood.
that means that 98%
You
of
don't
the
literally have the same blood.
energy of potatoes is the same as the energy of peanut. So
How many
everything
light
that
bulbs?
potatoes affect
Humans
us,
are great storers of energy
yeah.
with their.
If only Sasha was here, because then she could tell us about the zodiac
It's true.
ones. Because they divide them into three things where it's like there's like three classes of the zodiacs, and one class is creates energy, one is maintains energy, and one is changes energy. But,
Oh, I'm so sad we can't hear all about that. So what is music then? Music is like how you express your energy.
Let's repeat it. Music is poetry.
it's only repeated if you don't pay a close attention, or if you.
You wouldn't repeat the line of a poem.
But listen to this. I didn't play the same thing because it was in different context each time.
You're right.
The second one of those exists after the first one and before the third and fourth ones, which makes it different from the first one and the third and fourth one. So what you doing right there?
Oh, me?
He's rolling a joint.
Well, we were sitting outside, so I have nothing.
Yeah, no, I just was wondering because I don't know what that is.
Yeah, this is a lot like music actually.
Oh yeah.
It helps make your music better when you
Yeah.
combine them. You know.
So I understand you're a trumpet player, is that right?
Not really, but I'm trying.
But you have a trumpet.
I
which you
own a
play,
trumpet, which I play, that's
so
right.
you would be a trumpet player. So what do you like to play on your trumpet?
I like to play jazz mostly
Yeah.
because I like jazz.
Who are some of your jazz cats?
So my favorite jazz trumpet players.
Cats.
My favorite cats.
Trumpet cats.
Trumpet cats are. I mean, Louis Armstrong is undeniably one of the best. More modern.
Miles Davis.
Honestly, he's not a very good trumpet player.
Is that so?
I don't know who I was talking. I think it was Alonzo, and we were saying like, as good as he was as a band leader and like,
I can hear Alonzo being like,
Ranger.
"Yeah, he fucking sucks."
but like his soloing is not very impressive.
What about David Clymer?
David? Is a child. He's not even. Doesn't even
David's
have
kind of like a
Wikipedia
child in
page.
an adult man's body.
It's true.
Like you can't compare him to
It's true.
famous people. Christian Scott's really good.
I love Christian.
Roy Hargrove, rest in peace.
Rest in
Are
peace.
there any famous trumpeters in pop music?
Yeah, Chuck Mangione.
Like, there's a lot of famous saxophonists. Do you think trumpet
Yeah, trumpet
would make its way into the mainstream?
I don't know. I'm
And
not.
Louis Armstrong was kind of pop back then.
Oh yeah, for
Or
sure.
well, I don't know. That's what it seems like.
I mean,
I
at the
wasn't there,
time,
yeah.
like big band jazz was like pop.
A lot of his songs are very foundational in the pop music.
You know what my trick is, Jasper?
What?
How I'm gonna get good at music? I realize this is I'm gonna get inspiration from a different kind of musician who's playing a different instrument.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like then it's like cheat. It's like I'm gonna copy them but do it on the trumpet.
Yeah.
And
So
then
it's
it'll
like
be
a
like
new instrument.
it'll be
entirely.
like its own thing because you know some of my favorite instrumentalists play an instrument like in a way that's completely different from everyone else. You know.
So what would be like a good one? To
Honestly, I like to play along to a lot of saxophone because like it has more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like more fluid than the
Yeah.
trumpet. So I want to learn how to get like.
It's less of a vertical system, and it's more just a because with trumpet, everything you're doing is just with your 3 valves.
Okay, I have a
With
question about
sax, you
trumpet.
have all your fingers are using.
Yeah.
I have a question about trumpet. It seems like you can only play like 8 different notes.
No,
You can play all the notes.
I can play.
There's 3 valves.
Most people can't get up that high because you have to be tense your
it's-
lip really tight to do high.
Seems like a very. I wouldn't be able to. I feel like a lot of what pitch you play is controlled by how you position your mouth or whatever.
It's not just the buttons. It's right.
Yeah, it's a combination of the buttons,
Yeah.
which open up certain tubes in the trumpet and close others, and then that affects basically how long the sound has to travel before it comes out, which
So,
affects a
yeah.
pitch over a certain amount of thing, and then your lip tension.
That changes the
is-
register entirely, right?
Yeah, that's why you have like unlimited registers hypothetically on a trumpet.
Theoretically,
Because
I
it's
feel
just
like a
it
beginner
goes by the
trumpet student would then only be able to play in one register
one or two, yeah.
and-
then
and would.
you learn to tense your lips tighter. to do
Okay,
more.
now trombone, that's a whole nother animal.
Well, just because it has a slide.
It I feel like it has like 2 notes you can play. Like,
Well, it has unlimited.
yeah, but how does the trombone player has to?
So your slide has about a fifth or a sixth of range. So you go, so you have everything in between there, and then it's the same deal where your lip tension affects the register. So you go to the next up lip tension, and then from and then you have
How about tuba?
it goes above? It's the same idea. It's just trumpet that's low.
Do people like how high can you get on the tuba?
Depends on how good you are. I've heard people literally get like. on tuba.
Literally.
I went to jazz camp in Paulette Pines, near Sacramento. And there's a Sacramento, that's some Sac history right there. I want to talk about
Why
Sacramento.
is it
later,
difficult
'cause
to
that's the
shred
best
on
place.
tuba?
It's depends on how good you are. Tuba. People can shred, and then but usually
Most intermediate trumpet students can shred,
maybe.
but the tuba could just go boom, boom.
Well, it depends on because when you're playing tuba in an ensemble, usually they don't teach you to shred; they teach you to hold down the foundation. But if you wanted to shred, you totally could.
Really?
It's the same mechanics as trumpet, except sometimes you have a fourth valve.
Is it just heavier? So
It just goes through more tubing, and the mouthpiece is
like
bigger.
like it's harder to push the air when you're
Well, you
playing.
just need more force, but you need less tension.
That's very complicated
We're
for
not-
me.
we're
I
not
know how to
even-
play string
yeah.
instruments.
We're not even playing any brass today. Navid, if you ever want to bring the trumpet, you know.
Yeah, or I'll play your dad's. Yeah, you know. I'm definitely gonna play more when I move. So I have more free time.
So Sacramento, we got north side, right? South side.
North of the tracks,
We have
south of the
west
tracks.
side and east side, and we
Yes.
have downtown, City Hall. Or
Yes.
where's
Capital.
City Hall compared to the state capitol in Sacramento?
I think it's like right next
Why
to it,
bother even
maybe.
having a city hall when you have the
Because
state
it's a
capital
city
right
too,
there?
you know,
Mhm.
you gotta
What about
represent
county-
the
what
South,
about
and
county
you gotta
hall?
represent the.
County what?
County hall.
I don't know. Is
The-
that a thing?
Well, there's
Yeah.
county seat, which is some kind of building. It's probably around.
It's a giant chair.
So what's the better side of Sacramento as far as like what you live?
Well, I live in East Sac, which is like
East Sac.
10 minutes from downtown,
Yeah.
5 minutes from Midtown, which is probably the best area.
Midtown.
Is did you know Lady Bird?
Yes.
You know her? Yeah.
No,
you
I mean
chill
I
with
don't
her?
know her,
Oh.
but they filmed one of the houses like a street.
They
next to-
say
the street
that
next to
That
mine.
was fun.
People from
about
Sacramento
Sacramento.
always
Oh, I
get
know.
asked that question everywhere they go.
Well, that's
Have
the
you
only
seen
heard
good
that
Labor?
movie
thing
was
to
a
come
great
from.
film.
Yeah, it's a
That's
really
what
good
Jonathan
movie.
said.
He did.
Yeah, I have this other friend from Sacramento, who's from Carmichael, which is a little ways east of Sacramento, and
Chris
he
Jones?
said yes, and he said that there is a North Sacramento, a South Sacramento, and a West Sacramento, but there is no East Sacramento because it's Carmichael.
Well,
And I said,
Lily has
Not
no,
true.
Lily's from
Yeah.
East Sacramento.
Yeah.
East Sac, Fab 40s.
So it sounds like we
Yeah,
got
you say Fab
two-
40s.
Sounds like we got two opposing gangs.
Yeah,
East Sac
Talk to
gang
him.
and
and
Carmichael
that guy
gang.
Carmichael gang. So, what's like the toughest side of Sac?
not East.
Like,
South
who would you not
Sac.
fuck? South Sac?
Mhm.
I
That's
feel
what
like
I've heard.
it's
I've never
usually-
been there.
It's usually south within cities. Like South Chicago is very
Mhm.
tough.
South LA.
South LA is very tough. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a fool.
South LA is nice.
Yeah,
South
LA.
London, South
South
Berlin.
London, yeah, really South Berlin.
South Berlin's like the hip, cool part, but it's
How-
also seedy.
How do they divide Berlin now? Because does the Berlin Wall previous division have any effect?
I think that
on
tends to come from in a lot of American cities, because of the geography. The mountains are to the north of the city, and so they're higher elevation.
But some cities there's no mountains, like Chicago.
I just kind of made that up, and my theory was
Chicago
that the
has
wealthy
a
people
lake.
live in higher elevation.
Well, it is true that in America, usually wealthy people will live in the hills around a city, and then the poorer people will live in the middle of the city. But in South America, it's the opposite. Where usually poorer people live in the hills around the city, and the wealthier people live in the city center. So
There you go.
it's kind of interesting. You ever been to South America?
I've not.
You been? You've been.
Been
I've
to a
never
lot
been
of
south of the
places and
equator.
stuff.
Is it
Oh,
nice to
it
look at the
is.
sun
It's really
and be
cool.
like, that's north of me?
What? Yeah. No. Yeah. You feel that the whole time.
If everything feel backwards because the sun's in the north.
It's like, oh, like which hand do I use
Yeah.
to wipe my
So
ass?
does
with
Which
that?
with,
no
does
idea
the
is it
does
real?
the toilet water flush the opposite way?
I don't know. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I heard that was a myth.
A fun thing I learned from Australians I met is that they find it really funny that we talk about like a white Christmas
Oh,
because it's summer. Like for them, Christmas means pool parties and
That's funny.
like hanging out.
But because they're still like Christian.
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah.
They're like white people. It's
Yeah.
so fun. And New Zealanders.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas. You guys want
That's
to play
cool.
some Beatles?
Yeah, what Beatles? Lily, you want to sing and play violin or one
I
of the other?
cannot do them at the same time.
Yeah, that's
but
like-
I can sing.
I
That's like
would.
guitar.
That's like this, but
Can you?
times
Can
a
you
lot.
do it?
I can play guitar and sing. I can't really play fiddle and sing. Because that's just so. That's like singing twice.
Should I wait for your dad?
No, you can sing.
It's fun.
Should you wait for his dad? Probably as a courtesy, you're in his house.
If we're lucky, my dad will come and watch us smoke and then also be on the podcast a little bit.
Your dad's seen me out here holding a big bong.
Yeah, no,
like a
he
big
came.
group.
He came the other day when I was jamming with Molly and her boyfriend
And James.
and Colin. No, James was there.
Oh, James wasn't there?
But Sasha was. No. But a bunch of us were smoking out here, and he just came and was like, "Hey, what's up?"
He's chill.
I asked him later, like, "Does that bother you that people are smoking?" He's like, "Nah."
Okay.
Did he know that you were doing it, or?
Well, I wasn't actually smoking.
Of course not.
Or I
Never.
had one.
Never.
I had one.
You never do that.
I had a little.
It's
I take it
illegal.
in my cheeks because I don't because it affects me very strongly. So I don't like to smoke. Do you smoke, Billy? No, nothing. You drink? Yeah. I feel like that's more of the country way. Not that Sac is country, I'm sorry.
Zach's pretty country.
I don't know.
From my experience.
I think of it as
Compared
kind
to
of
Los
a country kind of
Angeles.
city.
Really?
Just based on all the people. Well, I guess I'm also judging from Alex, who's from Davis, which is not Sacramento.
I thought he's
It's
from
pretty
Sacramento.
close.
Yeah, but just because
Okay.
people I know from
It smells
Sacramento
a lot different than it did
generally
over
seem
there.
to have like
I don't know why I
more
wasn't
of a
expecting
country
that.
vibe to me than LA people. I don't know,
I don't know. I mean,
and that's a good
more
thing.
than LA. I
That
think.
means they're chill and
Yeah.
they like know how to be happy in their life. Yeah, LA people, I think of like
Why
people
can't
who
I
like Beverly Hills a
Think
lot.
of a single Beatles
and, like,
song.
People who are trying to be singers.
Are you saying you don't like Beverly Hills?
Yeah, I don't like Beverly Hills.
Okay, okay.
Do you like Beverly Hills?
Oh, no.
Okay.
What are we
Really?
playing?
You ever been to Pancake Circus in Sacramento?
I have seen it.
It's
I've never been
really
there.
bad. Don't
Really
go.
bad? Okay.
I
The
got-
aesthetic is great, but the
Yeah. There's a lot of like clowns on the walls and circus animals, but it's awful.
Okay.
Don't do it.
You've been to Sacramento? Where have you been?
Yeah, we went together. We
Yeah,
did a
we-
little video.
We went, well, so we went because our friend James needed to pick up his skis from Truckee, so we all drove there from the Bay Area, and they're there and back. And so we went through Sac, and we stopped somewhere on one of the rivers. I think, because isn't it like a north-south river and an east-west river?
I don't know. There's
Maybe.
the American
I
and
don't-
the Sacramento.
I think it was the American, but I could be wrong. But one of the rivers, we went and we just like hung out by that river for a while and just like were climbing around. And then we went to Pancake Circus to eat, and the clowns were really making us feel something. And then we drove through to Truckee and then came back and we ate at the Spaghetti Factory on the way back.
Oh,
That's good.
Spaghetti Factory.
Spaghetti.
And there's a train right by there, so like a big train started coming, and I thought it was an earthquake because it's just this low rumbling, and like everyone stopped talking in the restaurant, and then the waiter's just like, "Oh, it's a train." It happens a lot.
Yeah. We listened to a lot of Death Grips too.
Yeah, we listen to it
You
'cause
know
they're
them, right?
from Sacramento.
Who?
Death Grips?
No.
Oh,
We should
my
play a
God.
Death Grip
No.
song right
You got problems
They're
if you
weird.
don't like Death Grips. You're like the fucking Beatles, but you don't like Death Grips.
now.
I'm a normie. What can I say?
It's nice.
He's
Got a
white.
good reason. Taking the easy way out. Got a good reason. Taking the easy way out now. She was a day tripper. One way driver, yeah. It took me so long to find out. But I found out. I feel like this has been co-opted.
We have differing ideas today.
Okay.
What is one of your ideas?
Play the Beatles.
One of my ideas is play Death Grips and be a nuisance and act a fool.
It
That's
is.
one
You-
idea.
Maybe
We have
you guys
done
some
that.
Middle ground. Think you
So-
can find some
We-
middle
did we
ground?
found a middle
What's
group.
your favorite idea or one of your ideas?
Yeah, new idea.
New
Don't
idea.
don't take
Old time.
anyone else.
Old time is my
Old time.
favorite.
So Lily actually made Old Time, and Bill Monroe was like, "Oh shit, I need a copy of it," and made Bluegrass. But Lily came first.
If you go get your mandolin, I'm down for old time.
You want to play mandolin?
No, you play mandolin.
Well, I'd like to talk.
You don't want to play mandolin. Do you ever do old time with mandolin?
I do, yeah.
Does that make sense historically?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They use mandolins.
Yeah.
I fucking love the mandolin. I love yours.
I like mine, but it's in silent.
It's okay. Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah. That's true.
let's play a little tune that Jasper wrote that we learned earlier today.
Are we doing that one?
Yeah, but really slowly because I'm still
Let's
working
do
on
it.
it.
What's it called?
Scarecrow.
Sorry, I remember it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, slower than that. And
Two.
relax, you know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
nice.
Wasn't it now?
Yeah.
That
Ben, how
song-
did you feel about that
That
one?
song sounds like it should be called Scarecrow.
It
Thanks.
scared me.
It's got like a
I'm not even
spooky
a crow.
feel.
My friend
Yeah.
Finn was a scarecrow for Halloween, and I wrote that song about that costume.
Perfect.
So that's why.
I thought it was really nice.
Thanks, man. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I like everything you do,
Thanks, man.
but not even like by obligation.
Well, that's nice.
Like some of my friends, if they ask if I like what they do, I say, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like your biggest fan. I'm your manager.
You should be my man.
I like to pretend I'm satellite repairman's man.
Well, you are basically.
Yeah, no one else.
I
has
like to
claimed
pretend
it,
that
so-
I'm in Satellite Repairman.
You know, by me that's fine, but you'll have to go with him. You'll have to go by with him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 5 people is really hot right
Maybe
now. Just
maybe
like a
he can
tight
do
five.
an audition.
Yeah, you
I
know
mean, we
what?
could do
I-
it on the podcast if you want.
Yeah, let's do. So what are you auditioning for?
I'm auditioning for
Wait, so you're gonna do
Are
it?
you gonna play
guitar.
on for guitar for Silent
Yeah, yeah.
Sermon?
Wait,
So
so first say your name.
say your
and where
name,
you're
your
from,
grade, your
something, a
period.
little bit about yourself as a
I'm
musician.
Cole. I'm in grade 9.
Mr. Wilson's class.
Mr. Wilson's class,
Oh,
period
sweet,
3.
sweet.
And I really want to be in Satellite Repairman.
So what piece are you auditioning on?
I'm auditioning with Greasy Coat.
Greasy Coat.
Yeah.
By who?
And
Never
Lily
done.
here is helping me out.
Lily's your,
Oh,
your
okay.
melody.
Yeah.
What's this?
She's
song?
also auditioning.
This is a man. Greasy Coat would be a cool name for a song if James had wrote it, but it's cool as a old time song, which it is.
Oh, it's an old time.
But I just
Okay.
that just hit me that if that was like a modern song, it's a cool
How
name
many
for
times
it.
did you
4.
Where are you from, Cole?
I'm from, you know what, none of your business. Let's roll. A
Okay,
1,
not a good
2,
start.
a 1, 2, 3.
Points off of that. It was a good audition.
Actually, oh yeah, that was an audition. I just
So-
sort of got.
Yeah, that was really great. Thank you, Cole.
Yeah, dog. Like you,
Nope.
I feel like you really understand what you're doing.
Actually, the guy that taught me that song, my old time teacher, David Braggart, taught me the chords a little bit differently.
Did you like my Randy Jackson impression?
I did like your Randy Jackson
I knew
impression.
that was
Does that make? I guess I'm racist now. I think.
Yeah,
I
your
think
words,
I am.
not mine.
You've been raised.
Yeah, if you take this podcast as evidence, I've been racist.
Your words, not mine.
But that's how you make a podcast: is you be racist. and
Hold
you have a
on, hold on. Your
microphone.
hat is facing the wrong direction.
You know what? I'm speaking as an individual now, not
Okay.
as a podcaster.
Alright.
So.
So the chorus usually go during the chorus.
Is that right? So what chords are those, Cole, for our listeners?
my twist was keeping that E. Hey, the listener should have perfect pitch and know what the chords are, right?
What if they don't?
Okay, well, it's A, D, A, E, and then A, D, and then E. Hold E, A, D, A, E, A, D, and then E, and then I sort of do a walk.
Cool.
Walk up back to A, and that is how I pissed off David Braggart every week.
So what's David Bragger gonna do when everything goes wrong?
If
His
it's the
life.
first two quarters, nothing.
Whoa.
If it's the first two quarters, nothing, and if
Cut
it's
that
the
out,
third
cut
quarter,
that
he'll
out.
yell at us.
Do you think that he's gonna? Never mind.
Yeah.
Did you think that he was married to Susan when you first met
I
them?
did kind of think that they had more of a relationship than they actually.
Is that the
did.
blonde lady that sang with you guys?
Yeah.
She's really good.
Yeah, she's great.
I met
She's
her
she's one of the
backstage.
nicest people I know. I think.
She heard Sedano
Broke
say
her
something
phone.
like, Alonzo's
No,
gonna
it
go
was
fuck
already
his
broken.
girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
She was just like, whoa.
That's what she
guys.
said.
Oh, I think
Or what was that?
Well, so
The
okay,
events
one of the-
depicted in this podcast are entirely fictional.
One of the funniest things that I saw happen that I was a part of was after the old time concert in May or June or whatever. We were backstage, and Davis Bragger's kids were there, who were like 9 and 12 or something, and then. Yeah, I said fuck. I forget when. Maybe that's what that was.
Oh, it was
Maybe that
probably you.
Maybe that was a different time.
You said like, oh yeah, one of us going.
I
on
think I
fucking-
did say yeah. Oh yeah, Alonzo's gonna fuck his girlfriend. And then Cole, you were just like looking at me like with very wide eyes, and kind of pointing to the little kids over there, and I was
Dude.
like, oh right.
Whatever. What kind of kid doesn't hear the word fuck like all the time every day?
Yeah.
That's not what you said.
When
it
I
was
was-
close to what you said.
What
Oh
did I
yeah,
say?
what
I
was
want-
it?
I
No,
was-
no, say you remember. Say it. I don't remember.
Was it about you?
It was about me.
Well,
Oh.
did you guys fuck after that concert?
Jeez.
I'm just wondering. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cole and Lily have been married 27 years.
So, we're waiting till death to consummate the marriage.
That's cool. So your souls will fly together.
Yeah.
Out of this place. Well, you're gonna do a murder suicide, or you're gonna
What?
do a suicide
Not
thing?
technically.
No, then they don't go
Not
to Jewish
anything
heaven.
that's going to show up on the podcast
Is
is
suicide
not based off
banned?
real events.
You know you have to go with him to Jewish heaven.
Is suicide banned in
That's gonna
Judaism,
suck.
like it is in some Christianity?
Yeah, I think that's an Old Testament.
I have never
Oh, you should
studied
not actually
Judaism.
Jewish.
The Ten Commandments are Old Testament, right?
But that does, yeah.
So like, he shall not kill. That includes
That
yourself.
includes yourself.
Of course.
But what if you don't see yourself as a person?
But you are.
But
Remember, this is 6,000 years ago.
oh,
They're
right,
not
yeah,
that
yeah,
bright.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. They didn't have trans people yet.
like there's no, the concept of you is like the only you there is. Like, your physical being, like.
I think the
than a
two
soul.
inventions of, well, I guess they're not the two inventions of the last 100 years that affect humanity the most are internet and being trans. And I really think so.
Yeah.
Because if you're in 100 years, there'd be
Does
like.
this podcast normally get into trans debates?
I'm just trying to. I mean, I have Nick Mullen on.
I
my
think
shirt.
this
Yeah,
is
that's
this
my
is the
favorite.
first trans debate we've ever had
No, I'm not debating. I'm
on
just
this
saying.
podcast.
It's just a point.
Do you-
First
Are
of all,
transphobic?
you don't debate. First of all, you don't debate human rights. There's no debate.
Some
Yeah.
people do.
I know, but you shouldn't.
Jasper
But
was trans last summer or this summer.
I was saying that I was trans because I was considering that, but that wasn't.
Were you? You weren't really
think
considering.
I didn't know that about you.
Now in my current state, I realize
You're an
that.
artist. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like-
I didn't know that about you.
Oh yeah.
Would you all consider yourselves artists? You're all musicians.
I would
clearly.
consider myself
You're
an
all in
artist,
bands.
but like
Yeah, I'd
that
consider
sounds really
myself.
pretentious when I say
No,
it.
I know, but
I don't know if I would.
no.
Because I haven't created anything of my
Lies.
own yet.
Well, that means you're a better person than us
I
because you're
mean-
artists.
You're always creating something when you're playing your instrument.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lily's gonna
That's-
create something right now.
Oh, but what I was saying about trans people. Thanks for. But,
I just don't want if I said my name at the beginning of this podcast, it was a lie. I wasn't actually.
But so I'm saying in
Here.
100 years, people are going to be like, oh, of course, yeah, these people are trans. It's like, oh yeah, I was born in the wrong gender that I actually am. Or they thought I was the wrong gender when I was born, but I'm actually this gender. But then like people are going to be like, oh wow, like that used to not be like a thing. Like that used to be not okay. I don't know. Those are
You'd be
the
surprised.
I think.
What is Jenny? Call yourself whatever you want. Like, right?
Yeah.
Maybe people will just stop caring soon.
If
People
you're- if
always
you're-
Is there any
care
music
about
that we could play that reflects this opinion?
Yeah, what's some?
probably
what's
be
some,
bad.
Let's play Mitski. She's a trans.
Oh, she's trans?
No, but
Oh.
Trans
LGBT
activist.
people like.
She's great. I like Mitski. Do
She's
you
a-
know any of
she's a-
her? Can you sing any of her songs?
I can
You
sing
should-
that one song.
Yeah, we did that on.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do it.
Is that in C?
See? That's so easy.
It's like Van Morrison did.
I love the way that song builds.
Is hers normally electric instruments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like guitar based.
I don't listen to her that much, but what
I think it's
She's a
piano,
great songwriter.
piano, drum machine,
She's real drums.
maybe.
I've heard she's
A lot of
quitting. I heard she's like
synthesizers.
retiring from music.
But she's made like one album.
No, she's made a bunch of albums.
She's made 2 albums.
She's made like 6 albums.
I didn't know that.
Um,
Just found out about her.
We should talk about African music since
Oh, yeah.
Bambino's playing tonight.
Oh yeah, we're seeing Bombino. He's the best.
Yeah, what
Are
do
you guys coming? Feel free either way, but he's
Okay.
good.
Oh, you guys
No
know
pressure.
You guys know Jellyfish?
Yeah, it's
Chloe's dad's band.
yeah.
I just
What?
discovered them and they're like my favorite
They're
band.
good-
They're
really
so
good
good.
songs.
I
You know
gotta hear that. I
the
didn't
band
know.
Jellyfish?
I didn't know that. I knew her
Yeah,
dad
what's
was a
something
musician.
for music industry that mentioned Jellyfish?
I played them for you on the
What did
drive
they- what did they say about
to
it?
see Jasper's band.
I
We listened to
forget.
Jellyfish. We listened to Spilt Milk, their magnum opus.
What's that? New Mistake.
Second and
Chloe's
last
dad also
album.
wrote High
New
High
Mistake.
Puffy on
You
the
said you loved that
theme
album.
song
Was it-
for the
I like
cartoon
that
I love that
show.
song.
Really?
That's the song they mentioned in whatever I was reading.
Really? They
else
mentioned
is
New
playing?
Mistake by
Yeah.
Jellyfish?
I don't know the
Under
other
what
people. I think
context?
just like
I'll
local
find
bands.
it.
Oh yeah, but so African music. Are you an ethno major?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably learned about it.
Oh, at UCLA.
Not yet.
Not
this
yet?
year.
Are you at
Oh, man, it's
UCLA
about to be a good year.
also, right?
Yeah, I'm
I am.
excited.
What do you study?
I think
I'm studying physics.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I'm hoping to transition into minoring in music industry as well, but I don't know if I
you're about to do physics PhD
have the time
at,
for that or whether they'll
certain
let me in.
universities, is that
That's the
right?
real
Yeah.
issue.
You need to talk to the
That's
council.
cool. I forget that we did the same major. How you have fun? You like it?
Yeah,
What kind of physics do you like best?
I want to do like something with music and physics.
Okay.
So, you know, it's still summer for me, so I'm a little off my game.
Yeah,
Brush
but
your
also
teeth today?
What?
You guys brush your teeth today?
I did.
I didn't brush my teeth today.
You could do it a little later.
Yeah, I'll do
The more you know.
I had a friend who was physics and violin performance double major, and he would be like a
He sounds
soloist,
insane.
but he was also this like fun ass guy who
Yeah.
lived in a huge house that was known for having all the drugs you'd want, and he'd like
In Berkeley?
party so hard. I'd see him there, and he'd just be like fucked out of his mind, and then he'd be studying the next morning. He was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think he also wanted to do something like that.
Well, we'll
I
see
don't
what I
know
come
what
up
you're gonna
with.
You should build synths or something.
It's
Oh,
not a
yeah.
bad
I guess that's
call.
electrical.
We should play some
Easily
synth pop
transferable.
music right now.
Well, so African music is cool. That's what you have to say about
Oh yeah,
that.
African music.
Yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy this year of that.
I heard that it's more built off rhythms and less off melodies, while Western music is more built off
no,
harmonies.
yeah, you could take it down that way, but it's like there's melodies in almost all African music.
Sorry, harmonies. I meant to say harmonies.
Well, again, you could
Like
could
it's
see
not
it-
it's not as chordal. It's not
right.
as
Well, no, you could see it that way, but there are chords happening, and it's like I almost think
all
it's,
music is both.
I think
rhythmic
it's kind of
and
it's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like you're ignoring the natural harmonies that arise out of doing two voices at once, which happens in African music.
Let's
a lot.
try two voices at once and see what happens. Wait.
What?
You hold
What
your
does
note
it
and
sound?
I'll descend.
Of course this won't sound
let's all sing a note when I say 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Again.
This is the best. Awesome.
See, I don't know what you're trying to prove by saying that. I agree with you, Jess.
I don't think any points have been made.
I think Western music's overhyping the fact that they like wrote things.
I think
down and-
Western music thinks it's smart
Yeah.
and good, which it is sometimes, but not more than other music. Also, Western music stole from every other kind of music.
Everything steals. from
It's
it.
Yeah,
true.
That's
which
not
is not a
problem.
problem, exactly.
It's
but
just
like,
they're acting like they're superior
yeah,
when they're.
and you act like you created something.
Everyone's
You gotta know where it
dependent
should
on
be.
each other for
Yeah,
culture.
that's true.
You know, UCLA has a Persian music minor.
I didn't know that.
Have you seen Kia's drum?
Yeah, I have one of those.
Really, you do?
Yeah, my dad has a tombak.
Yeah,
And then this big, it's like a big, what's the thing you shake? Tambourine. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a really big tambourine
wow.
you hold on your shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
And you play it like this. And it has
I
like
wanna see
little
that.
things on it. and
That's
it's-
awesome.
It's really nice.
I love that.
Yeah, my dad brings it out when they're all partying.
Did you do Persian music at all? What
Hey.
What did you? What
I
did you
did
do?
old-time Irish ensemble and klezmer.
Oh,
No,
klezmer.
but like what
That's
in
it.
ethno?
I was
Like,
a
what did you
klezmer.
learn about?
I love
as far as,
I
like-
haven't
And I
taken
did-
any ethno classes yet.
Oh right, because they make you do your
Yeah.
G's and stuff first.
Yeah,
That's right.
I did like regular musicianship and like theory.
Oh yeah. I mean that's all good. Your stuff.
Fiddler on the Roof,
Here's the
huh?
present here.
Oh,
It's
I
good
watched
shit,
some of
dude.
that with her, but not, I didn't get to the
I
fiddle
watched
part.
that for my Fiat Lux with Lori.
If I were a rich man,
Jewish musical theater.
if I were a
Isn't that
rich
just
man, if I were a rich man.
So you did fiddle then, like klezmer fiddle?
Yeah, I think it's more fiddle and old time though.
Who's the
Klezmer was just
mandolinist
like
in Klezmer?
it was more like notated music actually.
Okay.
It's just a
Can you
difference
do
in the
something?
way. It's just
Please,
a yeah, we
I
could.
quit klezmer after
Oh,
one quarter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It was just a differently taught, and
I didn't like it.
I think Lori's trying to go
You
to
know
more
who's probably teaching
ear-based
that
learning.
class?
Lori's trying to go to more ear-based
Yeah,
learning.
I get it. Just okay, yeah.
Because you tend to remember it more when you learn it by ear. Like you
Oh.
forget all the klezmer music because you learned
Fiddler
it
on
off
the
a piece
Roof.
of paper.
You've heard,
Yeah.
you've seen
You
the
never learn it
movie?
when you learn it
Never
off a
have.
piece of paper.
We should watch that too. It's really
Yeah,
good
I'd love
music.
to. Yeah, I
And
feel that's
then-
like one of
It
the
was
best.
very-
We'll watch that and then we'll listen
like
to
put you on the
Cannonball
spot.
Adderley's album
you put
called
me on the
Fiddler on the
Oh,
I
Roof.
was just
shit.
having
Let's
But
do
it's
fun.
this
just
before
jazz
you go.
covers of all those
Let's do this
songs.
before you go.
Let's do it tonight, dude.
Maybe after about meeting.
Yeah, why not? I don't do anything.
I want to eat before we go.
Yeah,
I wonder
no
if other
problem.
people are coming here.
No, I think everyone else is gonna meet at James's.
Is Alonzo
So for those of you listening
said
at
maybe.
home, they're talking about a cool event tonight at the pier.
But what were you guys talking
We were talking about private business.
about? Are you guys gonna?
Oh, we can just listen
never mind.
back.
Yeah, you can.
about
We were talking about klezmer
Oh,
music.
and your teacher, yeah, that you didn't like so much, right? You know.
I like him.
Cole, will you ever grow a beard out?
I've been pressured to.
Not by me.
I can't.
Yes.
I can see you with a mustache pretty well. But I'm
Um,
trying to imagine you with like a beard.
No, you'd look better.
I think
clean
I
shaven.
think I'd rather the clean shaven like that. That's.
You'd have a very you have a clean look.
But you know, you have to grow
I know
out
I'm,
the beard.
I know it's an
With some-
oxymoron
with
because
some curves.
I'm ruggedly handsome, but also I only when I'm clean shaven.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Navid, you recently shaved your back, isn't that right?
Not just shaved, also laser hair removal.
How did that
Wow.
feel?
It hurts a lot, but the worst part is the smell of burning hair.
Does it
on your
sting?
back. It's just really hot
Oh,
after a
yeah,
while
yeah.
because they do squares at a time.
Oh, yeah.
My dad is a doctor, and I do it at his office for free
That's cool.
because I like my dad. I'm a hairy monster. But when you do the
It's
laser
a,
hair
it's a
thing,
Persian thing, right? Yeah.
it's just me.
Yeah, there's less hairy Persians for sure.
Yeah, when
I'm sure
when you
there's-
laser, it doesn't grow back as much, and
Yeah.
it grows back so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Feels
you
so
felt.
good.
I felt your back recently. It
I'm
felt-
so, except for my beard, which I was gonna shave today, but I ran out of time. I'm so
No, I love
clean.
I love your beard.
Feels
But
great.
you're one, okay. First of all, you're probably the only person I know who looks more or as normal without your glasses than with them. Because I knew you first before you had glasses.
Yeah.
But now you're always wearing glasses. So
Yeah. Half
both
my
look-
eyes are awful.
Both of them look like you, but for
Can't
most
see
people I
shit.
know with glasses, it's like you just look like a different person.
When I was in Berlin, met up with some people at my hostel, and we went to like a club. We first went drinking, actually at a convenience store, because in Germany you can drink on the street.
Oh, hell
That's awesome.
Like those.
And we were playing drinking games outside. This dude, this Somali-looking dude with a coconut came and talked to us, and then he left the coconut, so we kept that rest and laughing our ass
Hell
off.
yeah.
Then we went to a club,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
and at one point I was dancing, and this girl asked to go on my shoulders,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like really drunk, so I was like, oh fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
And she got on my shoulders, and then she started wrestling her friend on some other guy's shoulders, and then my glasses fall off.
Oh yeah. You just drop.
And I just toss her down. I was like, bitch, over. Those things are expensive.
Nice.
And I even like stepped on
It
them,
might be all in
but
your
I
head.
stepped on them in a way that like didn't
They're fine,
fuck
yeah.
them up. So I grabbed them,
Nice.
put them back on. I had to like twist it back.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. That's
And I
the pain.
snorted some blow, and it was fine.
That's the glasses lifestyle.
Yeah.
Have you had American Blue?
No, just that one time.
I bet it's better in Europe.
I mean, we just bought it from some guy on the street.
You gotta be careful with that shit though.
I let my friend, the guys who I didn't even pay for it. They bought some, and they did it first, and they
Oh,
seemed
if you
really
don't pay
funny.
for it, you're
Also, they took it. I would, like
No,
as
I
bad
know.
as that
Thank
sounds,
you.
like let someone else try it
No, yeah,
first.
it's
They were
So-
all like fine, which was weird. They each had like half a gram or more.
They probably do it every weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, we have a question.
Yo,
Do I look like a different person with my hair spiky?
spiky.
Well, it's not especially spiky.
Oh, you mean when it's like
When it's like up.
you look like your name would be Pablo when it's
Okay.
spiky.
Pablo.
Do you like it better up?
I do like it better up.
No, I'm asking her.
Oh, yeah, she
Fuck
likes
what
better
you
up.
think. When
I
do you
like
see
it
her?
better up.
Do what she says. What's
Yeah.
your problem?
You need
No,
to
but
be
I
you
feel
need to
like
be
he
nice to your
looks like a
girlfriend.
different person. If it's like
Let me tell you,
sometimes
Cole. Let
his
me
hair is like that.
let me tell
It's
you
kind
about
of more
girlfriends, man.
Neanderthalic. Like,
Yes.
You do what she says is best, because she's most likely right.
I don't doubt it.
Your
I
life,
mean,
a happy,
She-
happy
she knows
wife,
what-
happy life. Cole.
happy life, happy life.
That's all I'm saying. Happy wife.
A happy. Oh yeah, we've been married
Happy wife.
37 years.
Almost,
No, first
almost
it-
54
almost
years.
54 years.
beautiful.
So what was World War II like, Cole?
Oh, let's see.
Love is
So
such a special thing.
Were you in
Go ahead.
America for that?
I was
Yeah.
in Italy for
Oh,
that.
in Italy.
I fought for the Americans.
You fought for the Americans
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Italy? I'm standing up when my butt hurts.
Yeah.
Italians gave up so fast.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we went first.
I don't know much about
It's true.
any of that.
Oh,
As
I
early as,
fought.
like 1942.
I fought for the Americans in World War II.
Were you guys around when the first rocks were being formed on the earth?
I wasn't, but she was.
You were? So you probably knew Josh from back then. Our friend Josh has been around as long as time.
He's a Joshua tree.
He's
I mean,
His
Lily was
whole
there to
family.
invent old time.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah, that's around when old times.
So
Give
what
us
was,
some.
what was the cooler rock to see? The metamorphic rocks? Or the what was cooler to watch get made? Igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, or sedimentary rocks?
I'd say sedimentary.
Yeah, I like those. They're like they got the grit.
Very nice.
They got the texture. Oh, thanks. Navi's pointing my mic at me.
I'm your boom.
Navi's probably.
I am boom.
Navi's really good at what he does.
I am.
Whatever it is he
A
does.
couple things.
He's just a good man.
Right now, I'm good at doing nothing. I don't do shit. It's
You
great.
guys want to play more songs?
I was about to play Back to Basem by Ween.
Let's play something that
By Ween.
we've all played before.
That's true.
Oh.
It's mostly old time music, but
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
know a few bluegrass and country songs,
Oh, do you?
Beatles songs,
Oh, like what?
like "Here Comes the Sun."
We played that last
And-
time.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We play it every time I touch a guitar. Or
Let's do. There's one. I have a video of you, Maya, Hank, and Alex playing a tune. I don't know what it is.
It was
It was
the-
fast.
yeah, that sounds like a
That's
Hank tune.
Hank's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, that's Hank's whip.
Yeah.
Oh, how about White Buffalo?
Okay.
Classic. You wanna do that?
It sounds like the beginning of Bananas
Oh,
and
I
Blow.
love this song. This is a great song.
have you ever met like the personifications of weather and stuff? Like the four winds?
Yeah.
I haven't, no.
Yeah. The north wind.
Really? You?
Yeah. I was.
The north?
Yeah. Actually, I had a spiritual experience while I was away at Jew camp. Yeah, and I thought I was talking to God, but now I think it was actually just the north wind, which makes more sense because God's not real.
Whoa. Hey,
Oh, whoops. But the north wind is real. So,
whoa.
oh, you're not gonna let me go past this.
No, I just disagree with it.
All right. So I was away from everyone I knew and loved, and everyone else was like way better at klezmer music than me and knew all the tunes, and I was and spoke Hebrew and Yiddish and stuff. Yikes, that's right. And I was feeling a little alienated and a little lonely, and I went out into a clearing, and it's Canada, so they don't have pollution. You can actually see the stars. And I looked up, and it was just me alone in a field. And I looked up at the sky, and then it was nighttime, by the way. I don't know if I established that. And I thought about how alone we are in this world, floating on this tiny blue rock in the infinite nothingness of space. And about how any sign of a creator that would have made it like this is not apparent. Noting that I had never really encountered any evidence of the work of a creator on this pale blue dot in the middle of nothingness. And then the entire sky lit up for a second. And then it happened again. I didn't know where it was coming from, but it was just me alone in a clearing, and the sky was lighting up very bright, for flashes at a time. And that's when I knew that I was talking to the north wind.
There's a mouse.
By that clay pot.
Oh, yeah.
I come from the Southland, traveling down the road, don't know where to go. And I believe I saw what I saw. Came up there to greet me, but I looked into her eyes, but to my surprise I couldn't feel lonely, but I know what I know. Ride away into the sunset, leaving nothing behind, nothing behind. And I was free. travelers come, I believe. I come from the southwest. Always from the line. I believe I saw the north wind. She came up to greet me.
Let's play another one. What
Yeah,
song was
I wrote that song about my experience in the wilderness in
Really?
Canada. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You just wrote that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I didn't think that you just wrote that.
Oh yeah. When we listen back to it, I'll maybe be able to salvage some
Yeah,
recording.
well, so what's that called?
The North Wind.
You want one? I like that song. That's awesome. You just wrote that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And by I just wrote it, I mean I just played it.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
I
right.
didn't really write anything.
Yeah.
The North Wind came to greet me. And
Yeah. It is kind of breezy right now.
It is, but
Which
it's more of a
wind?
west wind,
It's
don't you
west, yeah.
think?
Well, we
Yeah,
don't
it's
have the wind,
west wind.
we have the weather vane, so.
I mean, which direction's
Why
the
did
wind?
they put chickens on weather vane?
Does the north wind come from the north, or does it blow you to the north?
I think it comes from.
No, I think it's just like the wind.
You know what? In my
feel
song,
when you're in the
I
north.
implied that the north wind was blowing me to the north. But
Well,
that doesn't make sense. I was in Canada. It's coming from the north.
I thought this story is about how you found God at Jew camp.
The north wind. I found the north wind at Jew camp.
So was it?
What Jew camp is in Canada?
Okay, so it
This
was.
is the one Seth Rogen went to. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Is he
Maybe.
Canadian?
Yeah, and Jewish.
I know he's Jewish. He's like the most Jewish-looking comedian.
I'm offended.
Okay, so it was a klezmer camp. It wasn't really a Jew camp, but it
But
was
all
very
Jews.
Jewish. Yeah.
Was there any non-Jews?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh,
And there were some actual non-Jews too. It was Jew. It was operated by a Jewish campground,
Got it.
but it was.
They're not serving bacon in the morning.
They're not serving bacon at all. It was really disappointing. I wanted some nice crispy slices of bacon, but they wouldn't let me have cheese with my burgers.
Yeah.
They served raw fish on Shabbos because we couldn't cook the fish.
What sect of Judaism?
Oh yeah, I ate an entire like slab of raw salmon because they told me it was safe and it tasted really good.
That sounds really good.
Uh-huh.
Where in Canada was this?
Montreal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Vancouver.
Why is that weird? You knew I went to
That's
Montreal.
like that's French Canada.
Yeah, but I didn't know what you were doing there. Oh yeah, so that was recent.
They're Jews.
Yeah, it was just happened.
Oh, so this is a recent experience. I thought this was like your childhood experience.
No, I called Lily on the phone right after that.
What did,
I
did he
put
sound
that.
Crazy?
I put that in my lyrics.
Were you high? Or
No.
you didn't get high at camp.
Why do you think that I didn't get high at camp?
Did you get high at camp? Oh, because weed's legal in Canada.
Weed is
Oh,
very
when
legal
was
in Canada.
this?
This was
What?
a few
When
weeks
did
ago,
you
right?
go to this?
This
camp?
was 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking it was from.
I thought this was
childhood.
from your childhood.
Right? No, I
Are
didn't
you,
get.
do you still consider yourself a child? Are you still a boy? Do you think of yourself as a boy or a man? How old
So
are you
I've had this question asked to me a lot by myself, and I would consider myself a boy, and my peers are boys and girls, and I'm not sure at what age, or like
My peers are boys and girls too.
at
That's
sect
awesome.
in your life that changes to be men and women, and you are a man, or guys and dolls, or guys and gals, or whatever. You know, it doesn't really.
How about you, Lily? Are you a girl or a woman?
Oh, your dad's here.
I don't know.
Do you guys
Oh my
want to
God.
play some more music?
How about you, Navid?
What time is it?
I don't know. I think I feel like an adult sometimes.
Do homework.
Like,
It is 7 o'clock.
Hey, Dad. You want to be on our podcast?
We're doing your podcast today.
So I live in my dad's house because I'm really mental, and
Hi.
I love to be with my family. This is my dad, Mike. Say hi.
Hey there, campers. Welcome.
Do you want to sing a song?
How about some campfire songs?
I know a campfire song. I call it the campfire song.
Oh, no.
All right.
Let's do a different.
Let's do a different
song.
campfire song.
Let's do Kumbaya.
Okay.
That's easy. I can sing with that.
Sounds good when you sing that with the English accent, you know. My lord.
That was in an old
Kumbaya.
piano book of mine. What is that?
It's Kumbaya.
I know, but that's like a really. You know,
that's
they
the
always
camp-
say we can just sit around a campfire and sing Kumbaya, and
It's
all
like
our troubles
the-
will go
the
away.
warm,
And we
fuzzy
just did that.
feeling,
We just
yeah.
did that. We forgot about war and suffering, and
Yeah.
sat around and sang Kumbaya
Did you
around
forget about
the
war and
metaphorical
suffering?
campfire.
Yeah, I was in the moment singing,
That's
which,
good, me
which
too.
is, music makes that happen.
What were you guys thinking about? when you were singing
I
that?
was thinking about the South Park episode where the Walmart burns down and
Oh,
they
yeah.
sing.
I was-
they sing Kumbaya.
Well, that's something to
Walmart.
celebrate.
I was
too.
thinking about how epic it was gonna sound when I added that minor 4 in there.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh Lord, Kumbaya.
Yeah.
I didn't know that last one is like shorter.
It's one version.
It just
Yeah.
sounds really good that way.
Are you gonna watch PBS News?
Yes, that's my time. It's 7 o'clock now.
What's
so.
the name of the hostess lady on that?
Judy Woodruff.
Judy Woodrow.
Give
She
a
should
shout
be on
out
our
to
podcast.
PBS News. Inform all of us in a fair and calm manner. Objective facts still matter
Yeah.
somewhere.
We should get her on this podcast.
Oh, that would be, she might do it.
How was Hawaii?
Hawaii was fabulous. It was very relaxing.
Good
You know,
weather.
I don't know. It was a little warm, but it's summer. But it's it rained a few days, cooled things off. I saw a rainbow every day. It
Oh
was, good.
wow.
It's like that. I need a rainbow every day.
Shit, chicken every day?
There were so many chickens on Maui, particularly.
You have my
Yeah,
dad on Snapchat?
No.
Because he
There's-
was snapping a bunch of chicken.
there was
That's
chickens
cool.
crossing roads, chickens going home late for dinner, kind of thing. And,
Wait. Oh, late for their dinner.
Yeah. No, not being dinner. No, that's the point. They're like equal citizens.
Oh,
on Maui.
cool.
Yeah. But apparently they have no predators, natural predators there.
Except
Before we,
humans.
Human, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Before we sign off and publish this thing, we all got to take a picture so we could have it on the cover of the podcast.
That's true.
It's true.
Podcast, okay.
You people, you two haven't met before. You people.
Hi, I'm
Hey,
Lily.
hey, what?
Nice to meet you.
You want me to take your picture then, or I could do that for everybody?
I could do like a selfie.
Well, I-
Lily and I have
actually-
been married for 81 years.
Yeah, about 90, probably 93 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think before we sign off, which is unfortunately soon, I think I want to sing "Sitting on Top of the World." Do you guys know that one?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but I don't know the words, so I was hoping Jasper would know the words.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Okay.
G.
G.
I can attempt it.
Sunny day, a sweet Lord left me.
was spring, one sunny day. My good gal left me. She went away, and now she's gone. I don't worry. I'm sitting on top of the world. Well, she called me up in El Paso, saying, "Come on, baby, don't you know I love you so?" And now she's gone. Come on, I don't worry. I'm sitting on top of the world. If you don't want my peaches, don't just shake my tree. Get you out of my orchard, let my peaches be. And now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world.
Righteous.
Maybe one more?
One more. What will we do? I have a fast one.
Fast one? We can't end on a slow one.
What are some of the fast ones?
Dance all night.
What?
Dance all night.
Oh yeah, that's all night. That's in G, right? Let's do that.
Okay. But I will make a mockery of the vocals.
Alright.
I'll do the little, whatever they call
Fast.
it.
Dance all night with a ball in my hand, ball in my hand, ball in my hand. Dance all night with a ball in my hand, ball in my hand, with a ball in my hand. Who's been here since I've been gone? We don't know where the business on. She's been it all, man, I've been it all. We don't know where the business on. It's going out with a bottle of a hand, a bottle of a hand, a bottle of a hand. It's going out with a bottle of a hand.
Shit.
Filled the void for almost forgot where I was for a second.
This is very good
No
lemonade.
offense to all of you good people. Talking about the horror of life. Almost forgot. For
It is
one
pretty
second.
horrid.
Almost. And I did forget for 1 second. For 3 minutes.
Dun.
And you know what? Now my life's a little bit better than it was before.
Kumbaya.
That's what the music's good for.
Kumbaya.
Shout out mental illness people.
Medicated, not medicated.
Medicated, not medicated. We're all brothers and sisters here.
All right, this has been
This has been
the
one,
music podcast.
this has been a
with
podcast.
Cole and Jasper, the old episode.
and
Excuse me.
I was gonna say featuring Lily and Navid / Ben and Jasper's dad.
thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.